Hi, this is Matthew Robert Payne on Michael Benjamin Jacobson. This is one of my shirts, Imagine Love Without Conditions. That would be a tremendous world we lived in if we had love without conditions. It's been put on my heart to share this message. I've been out of sorts the last couple of days. I felt that that there was going to be a whole lot of outpouring of explosions and all sorts of attack over the first 14 days of January. That doesn't seem to have happened into the second day in Australia, first day in America, coming into the second day in America. It hasn't erupted. I felt led about like a plague over Nike and Adidas and Apple, and that hasn't manifested. So I just want to share how hard it is to be called a prophet, but also be mentally ill. There's three sources for like a prophetic word that is true. It's either coming from God, it's coming from a wrong spirit, it's coming from our flesh. And sometimes it's hard to discern something coming from our flesh or something coming from a wrong spirit. Many people would say that a prophet's not a prophet if they get a prophecy wrong. Well, I've had tremendous amount of accurate personal prophecies, and it really is my forte, personal prophetic words, and that can be very accurate and very helpful. I don't often get a person say that my personal prophecy wasn't right in their case, but it can be disturbing when you're given prophetic words, judgment sort of words, and they don't come true. And I just want to say humbly and apologetically that if you've been following some of the words that I gave, especially this 14 days of terror one, and it hasn't come true, well, I'm upset too. Not that I wanted to see things judged, but I wanted to see things happen, and it didn't happen. And I want to make an official apology that I seemed to be wrong. Judgment over Nike and Adidas and Apple, that hasn't got any time limit on it, so I can see that manifesting. But I've spoken things that I saw over Australia happening that haven't seemed to happen yet. It doesn't necessarily have a time frame on it too. So I just want to share this uneasiness that I have at the moment, and it's also it's difficult when you followed and tracked me over the last 6 months. I've gone into delusions, and each delusion has been good in one way, that I've learned things and I've seen things and I've understood things in like a parabolic sort of way, of able to see parabolic parables and see meanings behind things and sort things out. And I can see God's reasoning for allowing me to go into delusions, but it's also upsetting when I speak those delusions. It's upsetting to believe those are delusions. One of the things I'm going through at the moment is working with a witch and a coven of witches, and some people would say that's total delusion, and at times I think it is, but I've just had so many confirmations. I've had 5 confirmations from her. I've had 3 prophetic people speak into it and say that it's real, and she's even the one that urged me to do this video. I just want to tell you that it's hard. I'm different to a lot of prophets. A lot of prophets aren't mentally ill, but I put that out there that this is a daily struggle. No one I know loves Jesus more than me, and I wouldn't want to lead anyone astray purposely. But just purposely wouldn't want to lead anyone astray. My sex life is right. My addictions seem to have been fixed up. My monetary spending is right. I spend all my money on the kingdom that I earn for the kingdom. I'm not overgrown with pride or big name of myself. Satan will attack us with sex, with possessions, and pride. And I feel those 3 major areas are in check at the moment. I'm humble. I love myself. I love God. I love Jesus. I'm determined to go forward, but please bear with me. I can make mistakes and I can be wrong. Of course, things can pour out in America and maybe just not in these 14 days. And the judgments on Nike and Adidas and Apple can come true. I will see a day, hopefully, when I see this witch in a coven in the flesh and able to show you on camera, here she is. But despite all delusion, despite all the trouble I go through, despite everything, I love Jesus, and I'm 100% committed to Jesus, and 100% committed to being transparent. You're going to see everything. I'm not going to hide anything. And I just wanted to say, if I haven't been myself lately, if I seem out of kilter, if things seem troubling, if I don't seem to be tracking properly, that's most probably the reason. God bless you and keep you, and I hope that informed you.